Hey, what's going on? GPS tracking installers. Tom Keenan, Top Class Installations. As you can see, I'm traveling today. I'm actually in the field getting some work done. So I wanted to take a minute here and get my friend Mr. Marshall Lowy invited into this chat. Marshall is a credit card processing expert, and I actually use him for all of our processing needs over here at Top Class Installations. So let's get him in here on the call as I continue to travel to my job site, and we'll get going. All right, what's going on, guys? Hey, if you're watching this, if you could like, comment, share within the group, that way it'll allow Facebook's algorithm to let more people know that we're live. Give me a thumbs up, hearts, all that kind of stuff. It'll make a big difference, and we'll get more people in on this call and hopefully help out some more people who could probably use the help. We're going to learn how to save some money today with some credit card processing. And let me get Mr. Marshall in.
Hey, brother, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
Good, man. I got some construction going on outside my. They're building a hospital outside my apartment. They picked a day to move all the heavy shit, so it's pretty loud. I don't know.
That's fine. I'm in a construction yard myself with vehicles all over the place, so it should work fine. Yeah.
Normal day.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Kind of everybody's working around me, so it makes me work harder.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
So
very cool. Well, I'm glad to have you here live with us today. You and I have been doing business now for I think go back. We started doing. Well, I've known you now close to a year, and we've been doing business now since I guess early summer. We had kind of got together and put some stuff together, and we switched Top Class's processing over to your company, and it enabled us to save a couple $100 a month, which is basically the reason that you and I decided to come together here today and have this call and share this info with everyone is so that we can hopefully save some more people money. We've been processing more credit cards this year than ever before, as we have a lot of the vendors, the GPS companies that we work with are now wanting to pay us via credit card rather than GPS. I'm sorry, rather than
check or
ACH payment, check, or whatever. And if you put yourself in their shoes, I totally understand why they want to do it. A, I'm sure that they're collecting the points from the credit card, and B, on top of it, it gives them an extra 30 days to pay.
Yeah.
It's all about cash flow, and I totally understand that. So the impact on the GPS installation provider, such as myself, is that now, all right, I'll conveniently take your credit card, but it's going to cost me money to collect my money that I rightfully earned, which is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people in business.
Yep. It's a write-off on your taxes. So that's a point I wanted to make. Remember to write it off on your taxes at the end of the year because it's a cost of doing business. So that's a way that you can save right off the bat. There, if you're not writing this bill off on your taxes, then that's one way to start saving some money. So without even seeing your statement, without even looking at anything, that's one way that I can help you. You can get with your tax person just to write it off. So that's what I tell everybody about payment processing, and also a lot of the business loans we do, you can write those off on your taxes as well. So, but yeah, man, we've known each other probably most of the year. I joined up in that networking group Apex Entourage probably March of this year, right? And I think you joined around the same time.
Yeah, I came in I think in April, so right after you.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. So. Yeah, we got in that group, and then, it's kind of like a family in there, just like the GPS installations group in here. We want to do business with the people that we see all the time and get to know each other on Facebook, and we're doing the videos, we're trying to grow together like when I started in the payment industry about 4 years ago, I started really hard, going door to door. And so it was a learning experience for me just to go into a business and then them seeing me as the enemy, as somebody that wants to take from their business, right? As somebody that, provides a service, but it also takes out of, like, in their head, it takes out of their pocket, right? Like you said before, it kind of is taken out of their pocket, but it is a service that if you couldn't take credit cards, you'd have to take cash or check, or if somebody wanted to pay with golden coins or something, it's something that's needed nowadays.
Bitcoin.
So, yeah, Bitcoin. So yeah, take your Bitcoin. If you don't need me, if you're taking Bitcoin, but yeah. So, and it's been close to 4 years I've been in the industry, and I'm trying to actually change the game and make it to where I'm working with that business owner. You know what I mean? Like, I want you guys to see the value in working with me, because once I signed you up about 3 months ago, I told you I want to help you in any way possible. Like, of course, save you a couple hundred bucks on the processing bill. That's a given, but after that, I want to partner up with you, and I want to do some things to help you and your group, and any way possible that I can help you, because I'm a business owner as well.
Sure.
You know what I mean? First and foremost, I'm trying to grow my business like you guys are trying to grow your business. So, we're one and the same in that sense. So
Cool. So, I know you and I have had the conversation, and when we were first kind of discovering if this was going to be a good fit for Top Class to basically switch over to your services, it was like, all right, well, what's this going to do? Is it going to be a painful process? Because the way that we were utilizing it prior to using, we were doing everything through QuickBooks Online. So QuickBooks has a very seamless, easy to use system to process credit cards. So we got used to it. It almost became comfortable for us because it was so simple to run a credit card. But when we compared the data to what we were paying monthly and all the credit card charges versus what you guys had in place, it was a big difference. And that really stood out, because we were anticipating doing a lot more business towards the end of 2018, and of course in 2019, as I'm sure most business owners, are always looking ahead and thinking they're going to do more. And we looked at the cost to run those credit cards, and it was pretty high versus what you were telling us you could save us. And
3.75, that's high for even a high percent. 3.75 is pretty high. So.
Yeah, it's high. But the actual process to get set up and operational with your virtual terminal was actually really simple. Is it an added step in the process when we have to run a credit card nowadays? Yes, we have to log into a separate portal. You go in there and you run it. But I got to tell you, it's really not that big of a deal. And to save a couple $100 a month, to spend an extra 3 minutes of your life to go into a different portal to run the payment, yeah, I'll do that all day.
Yeah. So for you, on the last month, $283 to be exact.
Right, that was last month.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, if you average it out, if it's $300 a month, listen, I hear $300 a month, and to me, that's a car payment.
Absolutely.
Go get yourself a nice Honda Accord or a CRV or something for $300 a month leased. That's a brand new car.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do for $300 a month. So, yeah, even if I'm saving somebody 50 to 100, I still go through the process and do it for them. Because 50 to 100 bucks is still money.
Sure
back
it
in
is.
your pocket,
Sure it is. And you never know what's going to happen when you start doing more business as well. It could be $50 for the first 2 or 3 months. Who knows? Maybe you land a major account because you have the convenience of offering credit card processing within your business. And now, instead of saving $50 a month, now you're saving yourself $500 a month.
Absolutely. And then, if you're going way big, recently, I actually just saved somebody $9,000 a month.
Holy shit.
So that,
That's a lot of
once
money.
they get up to like 800,000 a month, 900,000 a month, and these bigger companies do, it turns into bigger money.
Yeah.
And so think about what you can do for $9,000 a month.
Wow.
So, it's just different numbers and it's just adding zeros. I think like in your business, once you grow it bigger and bigger, you really got to refine and find the right system for you, as far as software, payment processing, and figure out somebody that you like to work with. So I always like to be just somebody that is easy to work with and grows with your business, right?
Yeah.
That's biggest importance to me is to be there every step of the way. And you say, look, I don't like the solution anymore. I want to look into something different. Can you plug into this? So I've actually, told clients to just go with what the software plugs into. I said, they're a better solution. And so that it hurts a little bit, but when it comes down to it, I just want to be that trusted advisor that you can come to and ask that honest question, and I will give you an honest answer.
Well, that's just it right there. Honestly, it's honesty. You being upfront with the person. The same thing happens with us. We're not the perfect fit for everyone that comes into our door and wants to work with us. And sometimes saying no to the business, as hard as it is just as important, if not more important, than accepting the business and then regretting it on the back end and doing a shitty job.
Right.
So I get it.
So a lot of times, I'll recommend the Square when you're just starting out. $0 to $10,000 in volume. You can get a simple Square plug-in and just start swiping cards. That's a good way to start. And then once you get some volume under your belt and your business starts to grow, then come talk to me and I can really help you.
Right.
So I always advise that people just start with the Square because it's going to be a little bit cheaper. You don't really need the high-powered payment processing or somebody that actually, has all the ins and outs yet. But then once you do, please give me a call. So
cool.
That's kind of, but yeah, on your specific situation, I talked about this a little while ago in a live. I always just look at that statement. So I just ask like that if you have any questions on your current system and your current statement, just go ahead and send it my way. I can take a look at the types of cards that you're taking. So I was able to look at your situation, right? You remember I was talking about that?
Yeah.
So I said, all right, so QuickBooks is charging 3.75%. Okay. That's high. All right. But let's look at your situation. I wanted to make sure I was pretty thorough in that they don't list the types of cards that you're taking.
Right. I
actually just asked you what type of card it was. Okay. You said it was a MasterCard and a rewards card. So I was going to guess pretty high. Okay. So I'm not going to come in and say, look, I can give you at 2%, that's not even possible because the cost of the card was 2.7. And so we went over that at length. Right.
Yeah.
And so, the cost of the card is 2.7 and that's most of your volume. And so I was like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to say you're going to be around 3%, 3.2%, which is what you came out to last month. Yeah. But you still saved $283.
Yeah, sure. I want you to, if you can just take a second here and dive into that again, because this is something that I learned when you and I were first, discovering and talking about doing business, and I wasn't aware of this. But talk about how a particular credit card might have a higher rate than another credit card based on the kind of credit card that it is.
Right. So there's something called interchange, and every card that's out there, it comes from the card issuing banks or the card issuer. Okay, so a card gets issued from a bank. Let's say it's a Chase Visa card. That gets issued from Chase Bank. They put a percentage on it, and that's called interchange. So that's the cost. We actually pass through that cost, right? We don't collect that money. That money goes to Chase Bank. Okay, so we pass all those dues through. Now, each card that the bank sets up has a different cost, right? So they set that price. They say, I want this credit card to cost on average, a Visa card is about 1.5%, 1.6%. And so, we pass that through and then we do a transparent cost. It's called cost plus pricing.
Right.
And so to say, we're just going to pass through the cost of that card. Then I'm going to charge you this percentage of amount. And it usually comes out to about 20 to 30% of what you're paying.
Right.
And so that's what you're paying your payment processor is 20 to 30% of the actual, processing fees. So most of it's going elsewhere. And that's a common misnomer, because a lot of people come out and they say, like, I can offer you 1.6%, or, I can offer you 2.5%. How do they come out there and do that? They run the risk of losing money. Some of them do that as a bait and switch. And so if you ever see somebody, and I'm sure you have, if you've been in business for any amount of time, it's a bait and switch to come in and say, look, I can offer you 1.6%. And then the next 2 months, it kind of climbs up because they say, oh man, we're losing money on this, because you have one card that you take every month that costs 2.7%. So they got to pass that through. They got to pay the piper. And that the bait and switch has been happening for years.
Yeah, sure.
And I never did it with anybody that wanted me to do it. I was like, I'm not doing that. That's not right.
Yeah.
So that's in the hopes that you won't check the payment processing statement every month.
Yeah.
And keep them honest. And here's one good way to check your statement monthly is say the effective rate. So get the effective rate. You say, what did I get charged this month? Look for the total number. It doesn't matter all the fees. It doesn't matter the percentages. Just total it all up, and then divide that into the volume. Okay, and you get your rate percentage.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's basically the way that you should be checking your rate and what it's costing you.
Yep.
Okay,
so
that makes a lot of sense.
Effective rate, right?
Effective
so that's
rate.
the most important rate you can worry about, because if I offered you 1.6%, and then you do the math and you say, wait a minute, my actual effective rate is 3.7%, then you're not getting 1.6%. It just that's basic math.
Yeah. And there's one thing that I learned early on in business, and math does not lie. The numbers don't lie.
Math does not lie. That's so true.
Yep.
So true.
Awesome.
Let the math set you free.
Yeah. So if anybody has any wants to contact you and learn more and see if they can save some money, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you to basically get an assessment of their current fees and whatnot?
Okay, so basically, I made a little contact form for you guys. If I can find it. So I will actually drop a link in the comments to where you can go and just fill in your name and information, phone number, and email. Once you fill that out and say, let's go, it'll come straight to my email, and I'll reach out to you. So it'll just say, I'll give you a free credit card processing analysis. I'll look over your statement for free. And then I'll let you know if there's any holes or anywhere that I would be able to help you, and come up with an analysis for you. So a professional, drawn out looking analysis.
Cool. Very good.
Yeah. Did you want me to put the statements in there or no?
Yeah.
That would help.
Yeah. Show them what the numbers are. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, this is what we were paying and what it is now. I have no problem with you putting that information up there.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool. Listen, we're here to help people. So if that little bit of data right there is going to change someone's mind and help them and put more money back into their pocket or more food on their table at the end of the week, I'm all for it.
Absolutely. So I see Ted is using QuickBooks. That rips your arm off. So, that's they try. And then Dean said, money is better in your pocket. So yeah, of course. So I think as a business owner, anywhere you can save some money, I think it helps. And if I know that I can help in that way, and I'm on y'all's side, and I'm a business owner as well. So
cool.
I'm going to help y'all in any way that I can.
What I know you and Jonathan have been in the group a little bit also, and spoken briefly about the lending possibilities you guys have for businesses. But if we have you live here today, do you want to just touch on that and let everyone else know that it's not just credit card processing that you offer, but on the lending side of it as well? Sure.
Yeah, so on the lending side, I teamed up with Jonathan. He did a post in here a little while ago about building business credit. So if you guys have any questions about that as well, I have the capability to help you in that area as well. All our loan programs we have, Sprout is basically a marketplace to go to get the best deal on a loan. So we basically shop it out for you, and we find the best deal possible that for that time in your business. So first question I'm going to ask you is, like, if you need money to grow your business, I'm going to ask you, what are you going to use it for? So that depends on if you're going to buy some equipment, if you are going to use it on marketing, if you're going to use it just to save for a rainy day, like a line of credit. So just to have in your back pocket in case you need it.
Yep.
So these are all options that we have. It's just a matter of, what do you need? Like if it's new equipment, we can set you up on some monthly payment options. Depending on what state you're in, we have other good options as well on a monthly payment too. So
Sure.
we have daily, weekly. We try to find the best program for you on any program that we offer. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of a line of credit, to be honest with you. We always have a line of credit rolling over here at Top Class, and it's not something that you want to hit unless you have to. We kind of use it as a safety net, and it's for those months where you have shitty cash flow and you need to cover certain things, or there's always that vendor who decides, hey, you know what, we were on 30-day terms, but for some reason the accounting got screwed up, and maybe we'll get you paid in 45, and that winds up turning into 60 days or 90 days.
Yep.
And it happens. It happens. We had one vendor, no exaggeration, this is going back about 2 years ago. The woman who ran the accounts payable department was out on maternity leave. She went out on maternity leave, and no one got paid. Yeah, 3 months. No one got paid. And finally, when she came back, it finally started to come back in. But I mean, you can't plan for that. Like, how am I magically going to know that this woman got pregnant and she's going out on maternity leave? And it was, at the time, we did not have a line of credit in place. And it was one of those things where it was like, oh, this is a shitty experience. How do I fix this so I never have to deal with this again? And we wound up going and getting a line of credit. So, but yeah, I am a fan of that. And I think, it's something that if you own a small business, you should look into it.
Absolutely. And that should be actually a goal, is to build your business up to where, you can get a good deal on a line of credit. It's always better to get a loan when your business is doing well, as opposed to trying to use it to get by. I know that you had it there already, but like, that's a lot of times some people just wait until it's too late, and then we can't get you the best deal, and we have to offer you what we have.
Right.
If your business is doing well, you got good deposits, your credit score is doing well, then we can give you the best deal on the loan. So it's just some word to the wise,
Got it. So when it comes to a business loan, how important is a personal credit score?
It comes into play a little bit, but the way that your business scores it, so we take into account both, so how your business scores out and how your credit score is as well. We do take it into account, but your business scores is a little bit more important. And so as you're establishing your business, it kind of depends on how long you've been established. So a couple years in business, we look at the business more closely and less at the credit score. And so there's a different scoring system for how you score out in your business than there is for personal.
I understand.
So we look at different scores. So
cool. All right. What else you have for me?
I think that's it, unless you got something else. Save some money on credit card processing, and then also help you grow and set you up with a line of credit for a rainy day. That's about what I can offer now. That's about what I do.
Well, I think I think this is helpful to a lot of people in the group. I'm gonna save the video as well. If it's all right with you, I'm gonna get it posted up on YouTube. That way, if someone wants to go back and watch it in the future and can't find it, they can.
Awesome.
And definitely put up that contact form in the comments. And again, if anyone here has any questions, just reach out to Marshall. He's a really nice guy. He's looking to help other people, and at the same point in time, grow his business and help you grow yours. And honestly, if I wouldn't bring Marshall in here to this group and do a call like this if I wasn't personally doing business with him. I'm not a fan of recommending something that I'm not currently using myself or have experience with. and I feel comfortable working with you. You've proven to me that you're a reliable person and trustworthy, and that's why you're here.
Appreciate that, brother.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm here to help any way I can, and I definitely appreciate the kind words, man.
You going to Dallas in April?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm going
Good.
up. I'm going up there in the middle of February, actually.
Okay.
I'm going up there to hang out with Billy All.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, gonna hang out in that office, work together with him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Good people to be around. I will be there in April. I will be there.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife's coming down with me. So that's two of us. I got a couple other people up in my area who I've actually invited. Sent them a link to come down, and
Cool.
I'm actually going to post one up in the group here as well. See if anybody else wants to come to it. It's you know, it's a crazy event with some really super sharp people.
Yeah.
You know, kicking out ideas. So if you want to help grow yourself and grow your business, it's worth. You know, I think the offer right now is $500.
Yep.
And it's a buy one get one free or some shit that Ryan's offering for that. So, you know, it's a mastermind event. You can sign up and go. It's 2 days long at a hotel, a nice hotel, and go around and surround yourself with people who know more about business than you do, and watch your business thrive and grow. Simple as that.
Yeah, all the speakers are deadly. I mean, they won't bullshit. You know, they'll get on there and speak some real stuff. You know, very powerful stuff. So
I do agree. All right, my man.
All right, brother.
Good
Thanks
talking
for
to you.
having me. Reach out if you need me. Thanks.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Bye-bye.